We all know what this sound means. It's time for a Disney movie, or a Disney project. I will be connecting movies to the things I have learned, my personal promises, and our course objectives.
Gotta keep it. One jump ahead of the breadline, one swing ahead of the sword.
First off, we have Aladdin, showing SES. I have learned how much SES can affect someone. I have learned this from the Chocolate Bar Fundraiser case study and the $100 race. Fitting into our course objective, number 3, understanding different perspectives of marginalized communities using case studies. As my promise, I promise to have pencils, pens, and paper and such, and snacks for all students who need it. Next, Frozen, showing disabilities and embracing those differences. I have learned the importance of this through Brick House's moral and political aims of education, as well as case study 8.1, a surprise fire drill, and the discussion to follow that case study. Therefore, fulfilling objective number 1, exploring and learning about multicultural education theories in order to obtain more equitable schooling for all. My personal promise is to read all my stripes to my students and have a discussion with them about these differences and about the disabilities and why we should embrace them. Next, Pocahontas, showing white privilege. I learned a lot about white privilege through this course. The reading that I liked best was Macintosh's Unpacking the Invisible Knapsack. The discussions that we had with that reading were amazing. This fulfills course objective number 2, engage with lived experiences and new experiences to deepen self-understanding. My promise is to pause and reflect before reacting to a situation that may be affected by white privilege. And for once, never wonder what there were. The rainstorm. Now, The Lion King shows issues with race and having a divided kingdom. I have learned a lot about race from my Falcon tutoring experience, therefore fulfilling objective number 4, investigating teacher identity working with diverse students by reflecting on Falcon tutoring program. My promise is to never spotlight a student, especially when involving a student's race. Finally, Mulan. Mulan defies gender roles that are put in place. I have learned a lot about gender through Banks, gender, and education equality, as well as case studies, and my case study essay was about gender. Fulfilling objective number 5, to increase teacher candidate access to information about diverse student populations. I promise never to push gender stereotypes on any of my students, and by having them all read the same books no matter the content.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now to conclude, Aladdin is in a low social class, and Jasmine is in a high social class. To make his dream come true, he must move social classes, which is very difficult, especially when you don't have a genie. Anna from Frozen has a disability, and she is told to hide it, a lot like how the US dealt with those with a disability in the past. Now knowing all about different disabilities, and her now letting go, and making her ability known, makes people happy, and those who love her, care, and are there to be around her and support her. For Pocahontas, this was one of the first big white privilege cases. I want this land, so it's mine now. The white settlers thought of the Native Americans as savages, so Pocahontas goes on a journey to show them that they are the same, but we now know that that didn't work out too well for the Native Americans. In The Lion King, The Lion King talks about how one group of animals is below them and how because they don't look away or don't act a certain way, they are not liked by the lions and therefore not liked by the rest of the upper animals.
The takeaway, don't mess with Maui when he's on a breakaway. And the tapestry here in my skin is a map of the victories I win.
Mulan. Mulan goes to fight in a war in place of her father, instead of staying at home and looking for a potential suitor. Knowing that if she gets caught and defying the gender stereotypes, she and her father could both be in trouble. So thank you for watching my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it.
And thank you.